It all starts with a slap. After getting into a fight at school, Marielle, Lainey Geisler, spontaneously develops the capacity to eavesdrop on her parents' lives. Whether the teenage girl wants to or not, she can sense what her mom and dad are doing at every moment, an uncanny and highly inconvenient ability that disrupts the tidy sense of mutual respect her family had been maintaining until that point. Come to find, most of the things Julia Jench, and Tobias, Felix Kramer, tell one another around the kitchen table aren't true, a subtle yet essential observation keenly revealed by what Marielle knows. In nearly all families, it's the adults who have the upper hand, monitoring how their children behave, while carefully filtering which details they choose to share. But in writer-director Frederick Hambleck's intriguing thought experiment, that dynamic is reversed, and a young girl inexplicably gains the upper hand, serving as conscience, confessor, and ultimately mirror to her parents' true selves. Often comical and sometimes scary, the concept should travel well beyond Germany, where the film premiered in competition at the Berlin Film Festival. Even if Hambleck hasn't ironed out all the kinks, just think. What if, when you came home and described your day, your child already knew every detail and impatiently corrected the parts you'd polished to make yourself sound better? To the extent that you'd been their hero before, would all of that crumble if they could see the imperfect and occasionally pathetic choices you'd made at work? Tobias reacts by denying everything when Marielle informs him that an office meeting didn't happen the way he tells it. Meanwhile, Julia bites her tongue, nervous that her daughter must have seen the way she and her frisky coworker Max, Mehmet Atesai, were talking during their smoke break. One can only imagine how overwhelming all this must be for Marielle, though Hambleck approaches the premise mostly from the parents' perspective, inviting fellow adults to consider how they might respond to such a predicament. Tobias, who's first introduced talking marketing strategies for his publishing company, spends so much time spinning things that he sincerely believes his own lies, and refuses to accept the truth when Marielle reflects it back at him. Julia knows better, but errs on the side of caution, since the rules aren't clear to her, or us, for that matter.